You are listening to TECCCAST, a multiple award-winning, non-for-profit, student-led podcast recorded directly from Studio Number 7 in Matt's class on the corner of Redner Lavec and St. Matthew in downtown Montreal. Welcome to the 5th episode of TECCCAST in Season 5. We are happy that you are joining us for this exciting episode. Hello, TECCCAST world. My name is Mihir, and I'm your host for this episode. In today's episode, we will be looking into our crystal ball and predicting the hottest travel destinations of 2023. That is right, folks. We are going to reveal the best places around the globe to visit in the new year. Also, we will be having a special guest joining us in the studio to talk about their personal travel experiences. So sit back, get comfy, put on your slippers and sweats, and enjoy the 5th episode of Season 5.
It is great to be back in the studio again with you, Mihir. I can't believe we are already into the new year. Hopefully, 2023 is going to be a great year. I hope that the world experiences less problems, like inflation, war, and global pandemics. I'm excited to be hosting this segment about travel. Our professional research team has been busy doing what they do best, researching. They have put together a list of 5 destinations that they believe are the best places to visit in 2023. This was not an easy task because there are so many amazing destinations around the world. So, don't bother using TripAdvisor or Google. We have all your travel research covered in this segment. The first place on our list of hottest destinations for 2023 is Lima, Peru. Lima is one of South America's best-kept secrets, once treated as a stopover by travelers on their way to the famous Machu Picchu. The capital of Peru has always been a vibrant destination in its own right, and the world is now taking notice. The city of more than 9 million citizens is a sprawling metropolis with sights and smells at every turn. The historic city center enchants visitors with its pre-Columbian history and colonial architecture. Meanwhile, the modern Miraflores district appeals to the sun-seekers and trendsetters, and the Barranco district is a bohemian paradise. Plus, any world-traveling foodie will tell you that the vast and delicious Peruvian cuisine is not to be missed. In short, Lima has something for everyone. Finally, a fun fact for Lima. Roasted guinea pig is the most popular meal eaten by the locals in Lima. The next destination is Umbria, Italy. Italy's green heart. Umbria is land unto itself, the only Italian region that borders neither the sea nor another country. This isolation has kept outside influences at bay and ensured that many of Italy's old work traditions survive today. Travel here and you'll still see grandmothers in aprons making pasta by hand and front doors that haven't been locked in centuries. The region is best known for its medieval hilltop towns, many beautifully preserved and dramatically set. Foodies are in their element here, with black truffles, fresh pasta, fine-cured meats, and full-bodied local wines, finding their way onto regional menus. Finally, a fun fact from Umbria. Umbria is also known as the wine region of Italy. Moving on, the next place is Kyoto, Japan. Kyoto is the Japan of the past and the Japan of your imagination. Standing as Japan's capital from AD 794 to 1868, Kyoto has thrived as a hub for Japanese culture, art, and education. Given the city's respect for its history, it's not surprising that millions of people visit Kyoto each year for a snapshot of Imperial Japan. But no matter where you point your lens, modern-day Japan is sure to make it into the frame. Centuries-old Shinto shrines and pagodas share the city with the headquarters of companies like Nintendo. Kyoto's blend of ancient and contemporary makes it a vibrant city that certainly isn't stuck in the past. The fact is, Kyoto is the most rewarding city in Japan and a place all travelers should visit at least once in their lives. Finally, a fun fact for Kyoto. There are over 3,000 temples and shrines in Kyoto. Next destination on our list is Lisbon, Portugal. Situated along the south of the country's west coast, Lisbon has an incredible mix of museums, historic buildings, music, a wild nightlife, charming plazas, and laid back cafes where you can watch the world go by. Wandering through the winding cobblestone streets of Portugal's colorful capital, it's easy to fall in love with Lisbon. Lisbon emerged as one of Europe's top tourist destinations in the last decade. With a rich history of fascinating culture, you could spend a lifetime discovering the wonders of this unique red roofed city. Half an hour from the Atlantic Ocean, Lisbon is a seafood lover's paradise. You'll get top notch seafood at any price point, from humble holes in the wall food stands to fine dining. Walking is the best way to discover the city's colorful tile panels and street art murals. Finally, a fun fact for Lisbon: canned fish is Lisbon's most popular souvenir. The last place on our 2023 travel list is Queenstown, New Zealand. Queenstown has been attracting visitors from all over the world for close to 100 years. This mountain town, built on the shores of a stunning lake, is easily one of the most jaw-droppingly beautiful areas in all of New Zealand. Known as the adventure capital of New Zealand, you'll struggle to find a better place in the world than Queenstown to try out bungee jumping, zip lining, and jet boating. Not only are adrenaline-pumping activities on offer for visitors, but there are also scenic hikes, excellent restaurants, and some awesome places to stay. A visit to Queenstown will create memories that will last a lifetime. Finally, a fun fact for Queenstown. The blockbuster movie Mission Impossible Fallout was filmed in Queenstown in 2017.
Thanks, Kieran, for presenting your very useful travel segment. I must put some of those places on my bucket list. Some important advice that should be mentioned is that everyone should buy travel insurance before traveling abroad because you never know what could happen. Also, Peru is currently experiencing some political unrest, so please check for any government advice before traveling. Moving on, I am now going to invite a special guest into the studio to ask them a few questions about their traveling adventures. Thanks, Ed, for giving up your time to take part in this interview.
Thank you, Mihir. It's great to be here.
Now I understand that you have done a bit of traveling in your time, and I'm keen to hear more about your experiences. First of all, how many countries have you visited in your life?
Well, Mihir, I think approximately 44 countries I
Oh,
visited.
wow, that sounds incredible.
Yeah, they all have been.
Which country is at top of your favorite list?
Well, I was thinking about that when Matt gave me the questions, and I think Antarctica
Oh, beautiful.
was at the top of my list, yeah.
Beautiful. Which country has been the most challenging to visit?
I think Myanmar, we used to be the old Burma. That was the most challenging, and I think also because it was just at the beginning of a revolution,
Oh, wow.
and so it was quite a scary time for me.
Wow, that sounds scary.
Yeah.
What is the longest length of time that you have traveled in one trip?
I think it must be the time I went to Asia. It was about 3 weeks, and I traveled through China, Vietnam, and Laos.
Oh, wow, that sounds wonderful. Why do you travel?
Why do I travel? Well, I think I travel because I love people, I love to see different cultures, and I love to see the world.
That's incredible. If you had the pick of any place in the world for just 24 hours only, where would you go and what would you do?
This might not be so popular, but I would go to Russia. And what I would do, I would go to the Kremlin and try to see Putin.
Oh, wow. That's funny. Are you a window or aisle traveler?
I like both. Uh, when you're flying, you can't see much out the window because you're above the clouds.
Yeah,
Only when you start to land do you see all the features of the land and where you're going.
yeah.
Where in the aisle, it depends. If it's crowded, it's very uncomfortable. But when it's not crowded, you can put some of the armrests down and just lie down like a bed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you had any celebrity encounters while traveling?
Actually, I thought about that and I couldn't think of any. And then I remembered I went to Malaysia once and in Brunei, I met the king of Brunei.
Wow.
He has an incredible, he has quite a few palaces, but he has one major palace that is the size of a football field.
That's incredible. What's the best and worst meals you've eaten and where?
Okay, so I think the best meal, and don't hate me for this, but was giraffe meat.
Wow.
Yeah, in Africa. It was in Tanzania, and the worst meal was in China, and it was eel.
Ew.
Eel, ooh, ooh, that's right.
What's the best tip for someone that wants to travel abroad for the first time?
My tip would be travel light. That means don't carry a lot of luggage, don't carry a lot of clothes, because you can always buy something when you get to whatever location, whatever destination, and it's usually cheaper than in North America.
What types of accommodation do you stay in when you travel?
I try to stay in at least a 4-star hotel, okay? Not a youth hostel and not a motel. I like it clean. I don't like insects all over the place, and I like to get service when I call.
Same here.
All right.
How often do you travel?
I used to travel every year until COVID happened. Now things seem to be more in control regarding COVID, so I'm going to travel again, but it was annually.
What's one of your most cherished travel memories or moments?
Swimming over sharks in the Galapagos, the
Oh,
Galapagos Islands off the coast of Ecuador. We had a tour guide, and he told us that way below were a bunch of sharks, and if we wanted to, we could swim and look at them. So I put on the snorkel, and I swam in circles just over the sharks. It was incredible.
sounds beautiful. What is the most important thing you take when traveling?
Tylenol for headaches.
Yes,
Okay. Also, my passport and visa.
yes. What countries are still on your bucket list?
Well, like I said, Russia for sure, and the Balkan states, and I'm thinking perhaps the Arctic.
Oh, beautiful. Where are you traveling next?
New Zealand.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I'm going to be traveling to New Zealand and the South Island.
Oh, have fun on your next trip.
Thank you very much, Mihir. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ed, for answering our questions today, and we will let you get back to work. Happy and safe travels.
Thank you again, Mihir.
You're welcome.
Well, this concludes our 5th episode of TECCCAST this season. We hope you enjoyed your podcast experience, and we are so excited that you could join us. We would like to thank our professional team of writers, producers, editors, and sound engineers. We would also like to thank our sponsors. This episode was proudly brought to you by our gold partner, Sunwing Airlines. Tune in to our next episode because we have some amazing segments planned for you. Until next time, stay warm and take care out there.